Good evening everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we have a brand new series for you all where we will be looking at dolls that I get like in the mail and stuff like that. So apologies in advance if this is a bit clunky. I have not really rehearsed this. I'm just going straight into it with a fun little doll review. Today we will be looking at the most gorgeous Mycene Barbie from the Chillin outline. I'm so excited to get into this video because of how gorgeous she is. She's my first Mycene doll. Firstly, we're going to be looking at her outfit, starting with these beautiful fur boots. As you can see, they go up to about her mid lower leg, and they have this gorgeous fur. It's a bit rough, but that is probably because of the age, and I have just unboxed this doll, so it won't be as good as it will be until after I have completely fixed her up. Okay, so as you can see here, she has this dark chocolatey brown for the main body of the boot with a lighter brown sole, which I think is actually a really nice contrast. I don't normally see shoes that have a lighter bottom, and I really appreciate that, which is really good for Mycene. Next, we're going to move on to the main body of the doll, and it is focusing on this gorgeous brown and light pink pair of overalls that she is wearing with these adorable buttons. I love the stitch work on this. Oh, the scarf. I love the stitch work. You never see any sort of decorative stitching anymore, and it's so gorgeous, especially with these pockets and these three-dimensional buttons. Oh, she's slipping on the stand. I love it so much, and I love how it's arranged in stripes all the way around, and the pattern kind of continues. I really appreciate that, and I like how the stitching also remains on the doll. I think it all looks super good for how old this doll is, and I love it so much. Next, we'll be looking at the shirt. Now, as you can see here, she has this beautiful striped combination of pinks and like dark reds and greens and whites and blues and yellows, and I love it. I just love how gorgeous it is, and the stitching around the edge, and even the cute little turtleneck. It's so sweet. And the pattern continues all the way to the back. You never see that really anymore. You always see like the pattern cutting off around like the halfway mark, and I love how this quality is so present in these dolls. I think she's gorgeous. Additionally, I do like how her arm joints work very well. I love them, and I like how like versatile they are. It took me a while to figure out how they were working because she had the jacket covering her joints, so I couldn't tell which way they were facing. But I love her shirt especially, and her articulation. Now, if y'all can't tell, this jacket is everything. I love the faux leather that it's made of, and I love the details, and I love the stitching. Look at that silver, it's gorgeous. So the jacket itself is made of like a chocolate brown faux leather to match the rest of the outfit, and it has a dark brown and silver ribbon on the shoulders, which gives it a nice little pop of colour, so it's not just straight brown. And it also has this cute silver stitching that really outlines the jacket, and it just goes so well with this little sparkly silver zipper as well. It's so cute. And around the sleeves we have these cute little fluffy fur cuff bits that match the boots, and I love that so much. She just looks so good. She's gorgeous. I just think her outfit looks so nice. Now moving on to the face, ignore the stray hairs. Her hair's a bit messy from being packaged, but she's gorgeous. She has these amazing dazzling blue eyes and this like kind of pinkish silver cut crease with a more neutral blended out like brown tone, which is amazing, and I love it. I think it's so cute and it matches the outfit perfectly, which I just love so much. Now moving on to the lips, we have, it's a little bit wonky. She is a little bit wonky, but that's fine. Hey, they're not perfect. She has this lovely like nude lip with like a touch of pink, and then it's lined with a darker brown. See if I can get the camera to focus. No, I can't. But you can see from here that how lovely that looks. She's just gorgeous. She's like wobbling around on her stand. Okay, now we're on to the next part, which is her hair. Now, if you can't already tell, her hair is a little bit messy. It has frozen a tad, like that, from where she was packaged in her like little bubble nailer that I received her in. I'm not too bad about that. I can just fix that with a little wash, which I intend to do anyway with all of my secondhand dolls. And her hair is like this lovely, kind of ashy blonde, but I think that's more from the age of the doll. It's really such a beautiful blonde. In real life, it looks a lot different. My lighting just kind of sucks in here, but she looks amazing. It's golden, it's gorgeous, and I just love it. I love the length too. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to style her properly. From here, we are moving on to the accessories, which I'm excited about. So before we get into this little bag of things that she came with, let's go for the snowboard. I think the snowboard that this Barbie comes with is so cute. I love the colourful pattern, and I like how the toad actually matches with this deep chocolate, which is part of most of the board. So if you haven't guessed already, the next bit we're focusing on are the accessories that the doll came with. But before we get into this little bag of surprises that the seller sent me alongside the doll, let's get into this little snowboard. Now the snowboard itself has a deep chocolate bottom. It's like warm toned and I love it. It matches her boots, it matches her jacket, it matches her trousers, it matches everything. It's gorgeous, okay? Next we have this little baby pink and like a darker pink with blues, greens, yellows and things like that to detail the base of the board. And I think that it's absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me of like these like the 60s trippy patterns you would see, and also like it reminds me of butterfly wings, which I think are absolutely fabulous, and it goes so well with her. Now let's move on to the bag of accessories. Moving on to the bag, it's a little IKEA bag. We are going to look in here to see what we have first, and first off is we have her scarf. It's a burgundy scarf with lighter pink ends, with loose strand ends with some burgundy strands as well. It's like a felt almost. I'm not too sure what it is. I'm not too good with fabrics at the moment. I'm working on it. But I love how nicely it goes with the doll. As you can see in the beginning, let me just position this. It just goes so well with her. Ignore how I'm placing it. It just shows off. Look how well it goes with her. Next, in the bag, we are going to go with this pink brush that matches part of her stand. Part of the stand is more of a baby pink, but the other bit is more of a muted pink. And I really love this muted pink. It goes so well with her outfit. If you aren't familiar with my seam brushes, I'm not very familiar. This is my first one, as I've said previously. It's got this like plastic stitching on it. It looks so cute. It's stitching around the edges and some little flowers embroidered onto the head of the brush. To me, it reminds me of like a skirt or even like a headstand, you know, like those wig stands you see when people prepare wigs for cosplay, drag looks, etc. It just reminds me of that, like your little head and you got the shoulders. I love it, it's so cute and it's perfect. I love the bristles. And they're not flimsy, it's like a really solid piece of plastic, and I think that's really cool. Next, we have a feature that we are all familiar with, which are her snowboarding goggles. They have a warm toned brown around the frame, and it carries on onto the inside as well. It's just painted onto plastic, but the plastic for the lenses themselves is like a greenish yellow tint, which I think looks really cool. The plastic itself is said green and yellow, but it's painted, the frames are painted on, which it would be nice to see it molded to like 2 different colors, but I can understand it. It looks really good, and the paint has held up so well for it being this old. Next we have, let's see, oh, these little snowboarding boots that she comes with. They are like a lighter brown. I'm gonna pop that down, but they are like a lighter, focus. They're a lighter brown to match like kind of like the sole of her other boots, and they have a silver detail on it to match the rest of the outfit, which I think is really pretty, and they fit perfectly in the snowboard, like so, which is really cute that it's not just molded on like the Rainbow High winter break dolls. I think it's really cute that they are separate boots so they can be styled with or without the snowboard, which I think is perfect. Fashion, it just works so well for fashion dolls instead of having them just either styled with the shoes and snowboard or just without it. If that makes sense. I'm just blabbering. And finally we have the final piece that I was so excited to receive. Her phone, her little flip phone. I love it. My foot's going numb. And finally, the piece I was personally waiting for the longest, her little flip phone. Now, you may think, looking at it, it doesn't look much like a flip phone. Well, there's a hinge. Look at that. I love how the sticker for the keypad is still so well intact for how long it's been. It's gorgeous. I love it. I was so excited when I saw this in the bundle that she was coming with. I just think it's so gorgeous. I love the deep red. I love all of that. It just makes me so happy. I just love red, and I love red phones. I think it's so cute. Now, the 2 things the doll did not come with were her snowboarding helmet, which matches the snowboard, and her little white pinkish ribbon headband. That's 2 things my doll didn't come with, which I'm not too mad about. I can make the headband myself, and I can live without the helmet, because I don't really style my dolls with their helmets unless it's my vintage Barbie that I plan to show in a later video. So quickly, I am going to show off her different boots that are styled with and without the snowboard, and her different scarves and her headpiece, etc. So prepare for a little montage. Hello. And now we're here for the final conclusion and my thoughts on this doll. Now, first of all, I love her face. I think she's gorgeous. I love the makeup. I have always admired Mycene, mainly from afar because I'm mainly into Monster High collecting. But ignore the camera glitches. I think she's absolutely gorgeous, and I've always been looking to get my hands on a Mycene Barbie, especially with a kind of red maroon look, and I love the brown. I think brown is such a good look on Barbie, and so is this reddish colour too. I think it's such a nice change from the regular pinks and blacks. I think she looks gorgeous, and I love her. Now, this kind of look is what I prefer. I love the fur boots. I love the fur jacket, I love the scarf, and I love all of this. Will I be displaying her with her... Oh, whoops, I messed that one up. Sorry, my camera isn't very good today. Will I be displaying her with her goggles? Now, it depends on how I get them to fit, because I don't want them to cover up her eyes because I love her face so much. But if I can get them to fit on her head, I will. But I've had the trouble that it keeps like popping off, so I might just perch it on top. Or just leave it, because I do have the bag to store them in if there's that issue. So yeah, I think she's really gorgeous, and I will not be displaying her whilst wearing her snowboard thingy, because I just prefer her on the stand. I got her specifically because I wanted a Mycene doll with their original saddle stand, because I just love the idea of all these different doll lines having their own special stands. And again, I'm so excited with this phone. I do wish I had been around to see Mycene in its glory like I had with Monster High, because I mean, look at this. I can't imagine just being so nostalgic for such a gorgeous toy line. I don't know what happened for all of this to end, but I'm so happy I can at least get my hands on a Mycene Barbie now. I do hope to get a hold of other ones in the future. It just depends on whether I'm lucky enough to get a hold of them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I mean, hopefully I can do more of these in the future. I have a ton lined up as a little hint, but yeah, look at them. I'm so glad to be able to be filming this. I think she's gorgeous, and I'm so glad I got to share this experience with all of you. So thank you for watching, everyone, again, and have an amazing night. I hope to see you all again in the next video. Bye bye.